Police arrested a man who checked sick wife from nursing home to throw her adult party full of moth, metal and legs. Leaving a watermelon on someone's doorstep in the middle of night is a pretty inexpensive way to occupy a portion of their mind forever. Be the inexplicable phenomena you wish to see in the world. Ask me a question then edit your question to make me look like a nut. Go on your reprobates. Stick to no politics like good boys and girls. If you had a time machine, what would you go back and prevent? Great question. Probably the advances in healthcare that have meant we are beating a lot of preventable diseases. What would you prefer? Equal pay for women or a 7 CD album of Daniel Craig sings show tunes? Not a big fan of them, so I suppose Daniel Craig. How old is too old for you? 15 or so. How do you think we should support vulnerable homeless youth? Probably get some sort of animal control out and get rid of them. Welcome to our gender reveal party. Don't you mean? No. Geese emerge from everywhere. No fireworks. Only geese. There are no genders, only chaos. Things my dentist has actually said to me. Well, either the x-rays lie to me, or you are spontaneously creating teeth. I'm going with the second one, because it's way cooler. When was the last time you flossed? Your gums aren't bleeding, which means I'm either not doing this hard enough, or you actually floss your teeth regularly. You don't need to do a fluoride treatment. I just want to go check my Facebook for a second and this is the best excuse I can come up with. Don't worry, your insurance will cover it. Take a whole handful of toothbrushes. I can't order new ones in less ugly colors until these ones are gone. Remember not to eat or drink anything for a half hour, or actually, forget that. Go eat lemons and drink coffee right now. I make money based on people's bad decisions. You should probably stop brushing your teeth too. I became a dentist because I like making children cry, and they don't let you do that as a regular doctor. Chaotic neutral dentist. Owner creates custom-made holes in fence for dogs to peek at passers-by. I throw half of all resumes I receive in the trash because I don't hire unlucky people. Hey, I wrote something. I've been hiring people for 10 years, and I still swear by a simple rule. If someone doesn't send a thank you email, don't hire them. No one. Which side of the political spectrum are you on? Me. Man uses bag of cobras to fight bureaucracy. Many people have been using quarantine as a time to perfect their bread or coffee making skills, but I personally have taken this as an opportunity to make increasingly unsettling eggs. I dropped out of college 4 years ago. Today I spent $38 on a cap and gown and got in line. I've literally never been a student here. I'm in Wyoming and Kanye West just keeps coming up to everybody and doing his impression of Bill Clinton. It's not even a good impression. Bro, what the duck? Kanye set up a projector, sat everyone down crisscross applesauce. He goes, check this out. All of us think we are gonna see a new music video or whatever, and it's just Family Guy funniest moments part 10 on YouTube. He's laughing way too hard at everything. Buy chips. Finish chips. Call the number on the back. Say they were stale. They send me a voucher for a free large bag of chips. Never use it. The world is my game. In 1948, a man wore 30-pound, 3-toed lead shoes and stomped around a Florida beach during the night. Many people were convinced that a massive penguin or similar creature was roaming the area. He kept up the prank for 10 years, visiting various beaches. The hoax wasn't revealed until 40 years later. A soldier saw a girl taking a picture of herself holding a fancy Starbucks coffee. The soldier grabbed her coffee and poured it down the sewer. "What are you doing?" yelled the girl. Then they heard a voice saying, "Thank you for the coffee, sir. I have been so thirsty and tired." The girl looked down and saw a sewer man. Moral: there was a sewer man. Ah yes, I was looking for a soap dispenser labeled ketchup with a picture of grapes. I really want this bottle in my bathroom. I'd place it next to matching decorative soaps and towels, as if it seems like it fits, but I'll actually fill the thing up with ketchup, so when I have guests over and they decide to use the bathroom, they will see this bottle and have a moment of cognitive dissonance. This soap bottle in the bathroom is labeled ketchup. So surely it must dispense soap instead of ketchup despite the label saying ketchup, right? And then let them have a moment of realization followed by abject horror as they pump viscous ketchup all over their hands instead of soap. Man accidentally receives $3,500 Venmo payment, uses it to buy beer. Honesty deserves a reward. A Michigan man recently received a surprise payment of $3,500 while playing a round of golf with his dad. As the money was meant for someone else, he decided to do the right thing and pay it back. Most of it. He kept enough for himself to buy a case of beer. Someone has been putting tiny cowboy hats on the heads of Las Vegas pigeons, and no one knows who, how, or why. Why does everyone think that when they get superpowers, they have to either be a villain or a hero or use their powers for some cause? Duck that. I'm using my telekinesis to get chores done. I'm using my water breathing abilities to dress as a creepy mermaid and scare the duck out of surfers. Man, I don't have time to develop a moral code or goal. My powers will be used to spice up my life and the lives of everyone around me in minor ways, whether you'll like it or not. Environmental Quality Incorporated. Environmental Science and Planning. My apologies. I tried to fling a bag of peep up to our balcony. I missed and it landed on yours. It was not intentional. Hashtag 1020. A high order of minor chaos wrote, "Will you marry me?" in the sand. Hope it ducks up a couple's holiday. I grew up in a college town, and one Halloween our doorbell rang, and we opened the door expecting to see trick-or-treater, but what was in front of our open door was another door, like a full-on wooden door, that had a sign that said please knock. So we did, and the door swung open to reveal a bunch of college dudes dressed as really old grandmothers, curlers in their hair, etc., who proceeded to coo over our costumes and tell us we were such cute trick-or-treaters. One even pinched my cheek. Then they gave us candy, closed their door, picked it up, and walked to the next house. Zura Karahimbi saved more than 100 people during the Rwandan genocide, using her reputation as a witch to scare killers away. Whenever a militia neared her house, where she'd hidden would-be victims, she would shake her bracelets and threaten to curse them and their families. She would even touch them with a seam-irritating herb. They avoided her house. Princess Diana broke the royal rules for her son William by taking part in the Mother's Day running race at her son's school. She won. Most haven't. Loneliest man in the world speaking. Is a Mr. Handsome there? First initials I am. I am handsome? Thank you Bart. I really needed that today. A wildlife center in Utah got a call from a man that said he'd had too many drinks, but had found a baby bear that was hurt and struggling on the ground and wanted to save it. So, he got it an Uber and sent it to them. Petty is expected to make full recovery. Hashtag Friday Thoughts. Hey, can we catch up? Yeah bro. What you need? Us. All good since the 1st of July. I have gone plastic bag free. There is a $1 increase on your bag, and it will come in a reusable bag. You will need to remember to bring back next time. The first thing our new hire did was fix a bug that's been bugging him forever as a user prior to joining. He then breathed a sigh of relief and submitted his 2 weeks notice. What the duck? I paid for this ad spot because I hate ads. Enjoy this pic of a cute turtle instead. Peace. I just saw two blind people fighting. I yelled he got a knife, and they both started running. Hong Kong protester arrested for using giant spoon against water gun vehicles. Clashes between police and protesters have grown increasingly violent. Situation shows no sign of dying down. People have been illegally dumping their old boats all around abandoned neighborhoods in Detroit, so this one newscaster on the local news station has been collecting them and finding out who the owners are by looking up the ID numbers on the boats, and then she puts them on a flatbed truck, and she brings them back to their owners wearing a ducking captain's hat, and she knocks on their doors and goes, "Hey, we found your boat." This is why I carry my lockpicks around. Breaking. Protesters in New York City have stolen NYPD radios for the third consecutive night and are currently playing music over the frequency. Update. Breaking the Law by Judas Priest is now being played over the NYPD frequency. New York man arrested for cutting wires to red light cameras, exposing revenue scheme. For about 15 years, I've carried one of these to silence annoying TVs in different places. I donate about 3 a month. I know it might drive the establishment's proprietor insane trying to figure out what happened to the volume, but blaring The View in waiting rooms should be illegal. Take this tip and live longer. I'm not saying he's right, but I get it. Florida man squidnapped scientist to make his dog immortal. Seaside is never the answer. You gotta outlive your enemies. This is strangely motivational. Seriously, this just spoke to me in the most intense odd way. I'm going to smallest my aunt's husband. My aunt married her husband when her daughters were in their 20s. He has touched them inappropriately since he has known them. This summer he met my sister at my brother's wedding for the first time. He grabbed her bet. She told him not to. He did it again. My aunt said, Joe is a touchy person. This Christmas he was touching my cousin in a way that to me made her uncomfortable. I yelled at him to stop. I was asked to leave, then told I overreacted because that's just how Joe is. So being a rather large male, 4 or 5 inches taller than him, my plan at the next family gathering is to grab him by the dick. Then when he complains, just say I'm a touchy person and grab him again. Ohio has stopped kicking workers off unemployment after a hacker targeted the state website used by employers to report employees who refuse to report to work. The hacker submitted large volumes of junk data, making it impossible to investigate workers. My annoying landlord. I pay this but $1,800 every ducking month and all she do is complain about his making too much noise walking around. So I brought a dog whistle and blow it all hours of the day and night. Now I complain how much her dog barks and keep me up. That is the ultimate petty move and I applaud you. Andrew Myrick, a storekeeper on a Minnesota Native American reservation, refused to sell to Indians and told them to eat grass if they were hungry. He was found dead on the first day of the Dakota War in 1862 with grass stuffed in his mouth and buttocks. Get ducked 100. I couldn't find this little girl's parents, so I trapped her with dinosaurs so she wouldn't run off while I find them. I give my kids $0.50 every time they see an unmasked person and loudly say, "Why isn't that person wearing a mask, Mom?" Highly recommend. My dad used to live in a really bad area growing up surrounded by a lot of gangs, and he told me that there was this kind, openly gay boy that used to tutor all these gang leaders for free. And one day a homophobe insulted him, and 5 gangs found out and went to go beat him up. You are the bad guy, but this does not mean you are bad guy. 1989. A 15-year-old boy in Indiana who acquired the alias Fry Guy accessed the mainframe of McDonald's after acquiring the password from a store manager and increased the pay rates of his friends who worked there. When my friend told her dog dealer that she was transgender, he immediately started using the correct pronouns for her, and her parents don't, so there's an issue there. Please remember that when Doom Guy was ordered to fire on unarmed civilians, he punched his commanding officer, and that's why he was sent to Mars. Be like Doom Guy. Dog dealers of Reddit, what is the strangest thing you have been offered in compensation for dogs? Someone offered me their dog for a $50 bag. They were such a shitty person and a terrible dog owner. You best believe I took that ducking dog, and we had 8 glorious years together. Don't tell my current dog, that was the most caring dog I have ever met. I miss the big guy every day. I took a shot in my grandma's cat's litter box when I was like 13 and my whole family was wilding out trying to figure out why the cat took such a urge dump. Then they took her to the vet and we found out she has feline HVI, so in a way, I helped her. This story was wild from start to finish. Kid tells mall Santa a secret. Seconds later him and his elves are beating the crap out of a child's smallest. Real life bad Santa doesn't duck about. A Wisconsin mall Santa decided to handle one of the naughty list members early this year when a young girl told him her Christmas wish was for her stepdad to stop smallest-ing her. He and 4 of his elves attacked the guy who was waiting nearby and pummeled him unconscious. An eyewitness recalled, Santa didn't say nothing. He just grabbed the back of the guy's skull and headbutted him real hard. The witness continued on to say, then Kringle got on top of him and just started pummeling him. He was laughing and screaming ho 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 mother ducker. Hey, you available? Hi baby, I'm available. How long? A couple hours. $120. What can I get for that? Whatever you want daddy. Okay. I want you to come shovel this snow off my front and driveway, then I'm gon' take you to my grandma house to go do her front and walkways so she don't fall. That's cool. Genie, I shall grant you 3 wishes. Me, I wish my dog could talk. Genie, done. Me, petting my dog. Hey buddy, you've got 2 wishes. Funniest moment? Mine was watching Polish black metal band Batushka in the Dogtooth tent. The stage was set out like a church, complete with an altar and portraits of the Black Madonna. Very scary. A band member, dressed as a monk, lit the candles and someone in the crowd started to sing happy birthday. OMG cute date idea, go donate blood together and save 6 lives collectively and then buy a 6-pack of wine coolers to share and get absolutely blackout for $8 due to disproportionate blood to alcohol level lol. Just watched a man bringing home a goldfish on the train accidentally pop the back, fish flops onto the floor. 3 people swarm to save him, the fish not the man. Guy chugs the last of his coffee and throws the fish in his cup. Lady next to him empties in her bottle of water. Florida man slaps woman for snow skiing while she's pregnant. Where did my dad go? I dunno, but I know where your mom was last night B. She was putting up missing posters of your dad. Hope you find him. When I was little my mom's meatloaf was my favorite food, but only her meatloaf. I didn't like anyone else's, and she told me that she would teach me how to make it when I was older. And when I was like 19, she finally taught me, but she told me never to tell anyone else, and I was like weird but okay. Anyway, she was super ducking homophobic and abrasive to me when I told her I was gay. So here's the recipe. For 6 pounds of hamburger / turkey burger, 1 part onion soup mix or ranch mix, 1 tablespoon ketchup, 1 tablespoon spicy brown mustard, 1 tablespoon barbecue sauce, 1 tablespoon steak sauce, 1 egg. Mix, shape into a loaf in a big pan, and bake at 350 for 2 hours, maybe 2.5, if you're feeling dangerous. You can get almost all of these ingredients at the dollar store and have leftovers if it's just you. The leftovers make great tacos if taco seasoning is also like $1. Enjoy your revenge loaf. I noticed there was a blank wall at McDonald's, so I decided to make this fake poster of me and my friend. It's now been 51 days since I hung it up. Facebook feed. Sorry for enter your Facebook, I'm Carlos from Lyft. You left your phone on my car. I even entered the bar trying to find you but I couldn't. Call me or text me. I want to make an infomercial where it's not clear what the guy's selling. Like he's demonstrating how powerful this bike fume is by snacking up a bowling ball, but then he starts showing you how strong the bowling ball is by dropping it on some knives. But then he's showing how the knives haven't been damaged at all by using them to cut through some shoes, and it goes on and on for 2 hours, then just loops back to the start while a number flashes on screen the whole time, and if you call it, it just echoes whatever you say back to you. There's someone who has their iPhone named Heat Single Horses in your area, and they airdrop people pictures of horses randomly. Nobody knows who it is. Once, during an assembly, the laptop that the projector was from had airdrop turned on, and in the middle of a presentation about bowling, it popped up in front of the entire school. Heat Single Horses in your area wants to share an image, a picture of a horse, with text in bubble letters over it saying available. Whoever they are my hero. I like to go on to popular political pages on a platform that allows you to delete your comments and the replies. Say something on the exact opposite side of the political spectrum. Allow people to scream in the replies and delete the comment, wasting everyone's time. One of my favorite ways to be hurtful on purpose is to pretend I've forgotten what kind of car a Tesla guy drives each time he brings it up. The other day I referred to a Tesla guy's car as a little white sedan, and I thought he was going to hit me with a folding chair. Over a decade ago I worked at Tim Hortons. We always had to wear hairnets. Management always told us we weren't allowed to grow facial hair. When one of my friends became assistant manager he found that we were allowed to grow facial hair, we just had to have nets. Well, about 10 or so of us all started to grow beards. Our manager tried to tell us we weren't allowed, but we showed him the article in the handbook. He then told us that, because the store didn't carry beard nets, we would have to purchase our own, which we refused to do. After a few weeks our manager finally gave in and bought beard nets, so we all shaved.